So this is the Jelly Roll rug strips that I got from Oh So Sweet Shop at the Festival of Quilts, which you would have seen me last week. And I'm really excited to start with it. So let's go and actually open it up. So I've been really excited to actually get this open since I bought it from the festival. And I'm going to put it all out and we'll see how we put it together in terms of the coloration and what we've got. I am really thinking these are going to be really nice and really cute. And at the same time, we'll say we need to get the wadding sorted for it as well. And in saying that, I also think we should have a bit of a catch up about last week and how it kind of all went and feedback and stuff like that as well. So yeah, come and join me while we crack on with doing some of organising this Jelly Roll rug. So I've just opened it up, not so eloquently as you saw. I kind of wanted to do like a reveal, but I dropped half of it behind, so it didn't quite work as it was supposed to. So I'm gonna get each strip on my cutting mat and we're gonna have a proper look at each one. I am so happy with this fabric choice. It is so the Pastel Needle. So in terms of these strips, I've laid them all out as you saw, and I'll go through each one and how many we've got. So this is the order they've come in. I think if I remember correctly, this was on the outside, and then these all came in follow. Add this little smiley face one. And we've got flowers, stars, kind of like a wavy gingham. Flowers, more like wavy squares and flowers again. So I can't quite remember which way it went. I'm pretty sure it's from this way to this way. However, there are a few things I'd like to change. So I go from light in the middle to dark potentially. It depends what I'm doing. So depending on what I want to do, because this is going to be one full rug, there's not going to be any embroidery in it. I'm going to make it so that these particular ones are going from light in the middle to dark on the outer. So like this one here is very white. I think it needs to go over here. And then, like I say, the darker ones can eventually come out as well. So I'm going to rearrange as to how I think I want it. So let me know in the comments what you think, whether or not I should do light in the middle and dark on the outer, or dark on the inner and light on the outer. But yeah, I'm going to reorganise this into a pattern that I think will work for me. So, but yeah, once again, this is from Oh So Sweet Shop. They're so cute strips. So these strips, like I said, there's 20 in a pack and they're approximately 40 inches long each. So they're almost similar to my rug sizes. And at the minute, this one's falling down. I need to find a better way of actually putting these up. Let me know in the comments if you have any better ways of being able to put the jelly rolls up on walls. Not the easiest thing to do. So, like I say, I am going to just rearrange this now into an order that I like. So as I'll show you, I've only done minor changes to what I think is more appropriate. So I'll go through it again. So I've started with this one. This is the brightest white that's in the pack, and I think it belongs more on the very inner. So I think that looks really nice. And then it moves actually over to a very light pink. I did think about putting this one first, but because it's a blend of both pink and white and more colour, I just think that, actually I think I might just change that. Now I'm actually just talking about it, I think it will actually look better. I think it will look better there actually. Yeah, I think that's, even though it's the same print though, a very similar print should I say, but I think that'll be okay. Just kind of accentuates it a bit. So even though these two are very similar prints, I actually now think that works better because it goes from the white background to the white and pink to the very light pink to then the smiley faces to then some pink and blue, but it's a light pink background, and then a dark pink background with the same flower coloration on it, and then some pink and purple with some yellow stars, and then you can see the more of this like kind of wavy feature with flowers, and then the plain wavy feature, and then the squares with flowers. So I think that's a better array for my personal taste. The only one I think is quite dark is this one, but it's kind of needing to go with the pinks, and then that's when it kind of blends into the purples. So let me know in the comments if you think this is the better way, or you think the original picture was the better one. So that's how I decide in terms of my strips, if I'm getting multiple strips within it or if I'm going to make them. Most of the time my strips that you've seen, like the ones on the wall, they are only like one fabric in and one fabric out. Same with all of them actually, bar the one on the end, which once again it went from light to dark on the outer, but that was my very first one. So yeah, so now we've got the strips, I'm going to just wrap them all up again. I think I've got a tube I can wrap them onto, just keeps them nice and secure for when I need it. And then we are going to just cut some pieces of wadding out. It is a 20 strip rug, 40 inches each. So I just need to work the calculations out for that. Basically it's 40 times 20, which will give me the meterage for how much wadding I need. So I'm going to figure that out. So I'm just going to roll these up first, and then like I say, we're going to do some wadding. So guys, I've actually moved back over to the sewing machine side. I've got my strips just here, as you can see, and we're going to be rolling them up on a cardboard tube. This allows me to be able to see what the jelly roll is going to look like when it's going to be done, in what terms of the order. So I'm going to roll these all up now, and then we're going to cut some wadding. So just on these particular strips, there is some salvage edge just here. I don't know whether you can see it, there's little holes just here. So obviously we can't use them. Sometimes some of them will get hidden within the diagonal line when you're sewing them together, but some of them aren't always. So we are going to cut the salvage edge off, and it will make it so we've got a slightly bit extra wadding, but that's okay because I can always use it for another project. So as you can see, I've rolled it all up. You can see how it goes white in the centre, and then pink in the middle and purple on the outer. I think that's so cute and so cool. So that is now all ready to go. I'm going to put it on my area for doing the strips. That'll be the next thing that we do next week. But for now, we're now going to get on with the wadding for it. So guys, for the wadding, I've got the rest of my wadding here. As you can see, this is the wadding I've got left. Mine is an 80-20 blend, so it's mainly cotton, but a bit of 20 polyester in it as well, basically to help the construction of it, otherwise the cotton can be too soft. However, I don't think I've actually got enough. I forgot I didn't actually order some, so I might not get 20 strips worth of wadding that I need. I do actually have some spare from last time, which I was going to make wristlets with, but I need to buy more anyway, so it's not really too much of an issue. So I'm going to fold this up and use my AccuQuilt and just see how much length I've got and take it from there. So now I've just gone through one more time. And this is the other set that I've just cut. Ooh, it looks like a little octopus at the minute. A bit fibrous though, this one. So now I'm just going to use my normal ruler and just cut lengthways on the rest of this. We don't want to waste any. So, and then we'll see how much we've got. So I'm now going to count how many strips we've got, and they do need to be 40 inches in length as well. So I really am hoping that I've got enough. I might have enough. I'm just going to use my small cutting mat to actually figure it out, because this is in inches and I have 10 inches going upwards. So I'm just going to quickly measure these and then hopefully we've got enough. So I've just got enough, but that's with using some of the other that I had previously for you. So at least I've got enough to make the rug. So I'll just show you. So overall, this is 20 times 40 inch strips. There's a couple of double ups here because these are the ones that were like super long ones from previous. So yeah, so we've got all the wadding ready, and I'm going to now put that onto a tube as well. So there's my wadding all ready to go. So this is quite fibrous wadding, so I do need to definitely get myself a like a purifier for in here, because fibres everywhere. So yeah, so I need to get this on here as well. In terms, I've got my jelly roll rug currently on here, but for now I'm just going to keep these in the trolley. So I've got my jelly roll rug strip here because that's the next job, and then after that you'll be putting them onto this racking, and then those when they're turned into rope, they'll go in the basket and then ready to make the rug. So now the wadding and the strips are ready to make a jelly roll rug, I would just like to sit down with you guys and just have a quick cuppa to discuss last week's video. So looking back, I had a really lovely time at the festival last week. It may have been slightly rushed because I was on a time frame because of the train. However, it was so much fun, and I generally loved looking at the quilts, the stitching, what was on offer there, and I hope you guys agreed as well on the whole. I did get a little bit of criticism, and I am going to try my best to improve my videoing going forward, as this is my natural space. Going out and about is a bit more daunting for me. And I even think some of you guys agreed as well that going out by yourself and filming can be quite a scary concept. But I really pushed those boundaries, and I hope you guys really did enjoy it as well. I didn't expect it to be my best video, like my best video ever so far. I've never had so many views or so many likes. But like I say, it was a little bit rushed, and I will in future, when I go out and about, try and slow things down a bit. So in terms of my camera, I've actually changed a couple of settings on my Osmo Pocket 3, where the glide is slightly slower, so I can't be going up, down. I actually need to slow down, so you guys will be able to see what I'm looking at going forward. So the response from the festival video has been absolutely amazing. I want to thank you guys for watching and liking and subscribing. And I've even got a few people added onto my newsletter. If you want to join the Pastel Needle newsletter, feel free to visit my website on the link below, and you can just sign up there. When I do my first launch, there will be a code that are sent to people who have my newsletter for 10% off. I've not obviously got around to actually making my first set yet, but I'm slowly but surely getting there. So once I've done this rug as a momentum to the day of the festival, I will hopefully then make a few videos of actually making products to actually get around to doing the collection coming up. So in terms of my newsletter, I am going to be, once it's first published, I still need to 100% sort the publishing date out for the first one. I will be able to be sending them monthly. It's going to have obviously what I've done that previous month and a little sneak peek into what I'll be doing going forward. And also, like I say, originally it will have the 10% off for the first collection, and then say if you sign up, it's free to sign up, you just get a monthly newsletter with some information on it, and it supports the channel once again. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps in terms of getting my videos pushed out to people who really like cozy crafty style vlogs. And at the end of the day, I'm still learning too. Like, I've been sewing as an apprentice for a year, and I've been doing embroidery for roughly between 4 and 5 years. So it's one of them where, because I'm learning, I make mistakes. I'm not a professional photographer. I'm not a professional, technically, embroiderer. I've done embroidery for a while now, and I know a lot, but I'm not like a professional one. And even sewing, I'm still an apprentice. So I'm not the best at everything. Like making jelly roll rugs, there's people out there who do more and a lot more, and have been doing it a lot more than me. But I generally have a love for this, and I think it is so much fun making jelly roll rugs. I also think it's fun embroidering items. I also love sewing. That is what this apprentice is giving me, a proper love for making items and then personalising them with embroidery going forward. And I really hope you've enjoyed today. So that is everything prepped for the next jelly roll rug. I always love this stage because it means that we're going to be creating a brand new project. So next Sunday we'll be turning these strips into rope and getting it ready for the jelly roll rug itself. And honestly, I can't wait to see it come together. So thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. And if you've enjoyed watching me do this preparation, I'd absolutely love if you could come and join me next Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT time, to get these turned to rope. And if there's time, into the rug. However, I'm not promising that, but definitely the rope. Until then, guys, take care. Happy sewing and embroidery. Much love from Cathy at the Pastel Needle. Bye.